Right, just try Pelican Lane. Not the address itself.
All right.
Again, look for disturbances, odd complaints, noises.
Missing girls.
Hmm?
There's an article here about a missing girl.
What does it say?
The headline reads, Amanda Cummings found.
Amanda Cummings?
Amanda Cummings, reported missing since July 17th, was found walking north of the city in the Pelican Lane area. Local authorities say she refused to talk. Police report filed.
This July?
No, this newspaper is dated almost 10 years ago.
What? How? Hold on. Wait a minute. It's Cummings. That's the same as Roland Cummings, the PI who owned our apartment first, the one that Ackerman meant to send the book to.
Police chose not to speculate, but heavily implied she was held captive. Was found with another girl who was unnamed.
A second girl?
Yes, it seems like 2 girls were found. One, Amanda Cummings, has been reported missing. The other, no identification, no name given. They just say that she was an immigrant of some sort.
Does it say anything else?
Nothing pertinent.
It mentioned a police report, yes?
It did.
Well, anything additional would most certainly be in the police records. They're sealed, but we may be able to buy our way in.
So, as I understand it, the book was sent to the father of this missing girl?
I mean, we'd have to verify it, but either that's a remarkable coincidence, or...
I don't think any of this is a coincidence, Arthur.
What does it all mean now?
Well, we are making assumptions. At least some. Like Emily took the book from the abandoned house.
Right, but the facts that we know are this. That 2 girls were found wandering the streets near the abandoned house. They refused to talk to the authorities and the press. Years later, a book is presumably taken from that same house, and after the person who took it dies, it's sent to the father of one of these 2 girls, or at least who Ackerman thought was the father.
It's starting to make a story, but I don't know what it means.
Maybe some context will help. Reading that police report is an important step.
Reading this book from Mr. Armitage is as well.
Yes.
I suggest we find where this Cummings girl lived, find out more about her and her parents. This is no longer a coincidence. Following up on Cummings could reveal who the other girl was, where Roland went to, and how Ackerman knew him. It tells us more about the book as well.
I suppose you're right. We should try to stay away from police in any case. It's clear that Amanda was missing, and with a connection to J.D. Ackerman that her father had.
It's a place to start for sure. How do you plan on going about finding her?
I could check the telephone book, but...
But what?
Well, not only could it be a common name, I gather she won't be easy to find.
Why do you think that?
Well, based on the article's implication and how and where she was found, I'm making the educated guess that she was a captive in that household.
It would stand to reason. After all, you mentioned previous that Roland Cummings had supposedly abandoned his lease because he had to leave town.
Right. Unless her captors were all killed, I imagine they would pursue.
Well, then how do you suppose we find her?
Well, I do remember a few old files I put away in the basement storage at the office. Personal mail, things like that. I assume his address would be there.
What makes you think they're still at the address?
I don't. It's a start. We can ask neighbors, see if there's anyone around that knew him.
Well then. There's something I've been thinking about.
Well, let's hear it.
The abandoned house looked untouched. Why do you suppose the house was never searched after Amanda Cummings showed up? Don't you think she would have led the police to it?
I've been wondering that myself.
Perhaps her father knew something. Oh, stop. Curb is right before you. Wave down this taxi.
"13 Mosby Avenue.
Presumably this girl was taken by the cult. 10 years later, her father has sent a book of that same cult.
Well, Could be something he began to dive into after she was returned, something he tried to uncover as she told him things about her.
Perhaps. Perhaps she was taken because he began diving too deeply into the cult.
You think her kidnapping could have been a response to Roland getting too close to something?
It could be. Maybe he got the message and dropped it altogether. That place was, after all, abandoned.
There's a lot of assumptions here.
Yes, well, let's just start with what hard evidence there is. Let's find and speak with Amanda Cummings and get her word on all of this. Looks like we're near your office.
What?
Arthur, there are police outside the building.
Hold, what they do?
They are wheeling out a body, Arthur.
Oh, fuck. Damn shit, fuck.
Well put.
Fuck. What do you do?
We calm down.
How can we calm down? They've just found my partner. They found his body. Oh, fuck.
They haven't found you. Compose yourself, Arthur.
I don't know if I can.
Look, is there another way into this building other than the front?
Are you mad? We're not going in there. We have to find...
Arthur! All this has done is put a timeline on us. If we are to find the Cummings girl, then we need to find her quickly. There is nothing to say that they are looking for you. For all they know, someone broke into your apartment and killed your partner. But you are an investigator. You make enemies.
No, there's no way.
Yes, there is. Now get out of this taxi. The man is starting to look at you strangely. Pay him and step out. Now listen, Arthur. There is one uniformed officer outside the building, leaning on an automobile. He's looking down the street. This is no mandate.
There are no more police? They're just...
No. I'd imagine that they've only just found him, which means they are either combing your office or have sent for backup. Either way, the time to act is now. Is there another way into the basement?
Yes, there is. An alleyway. It has a side entrance. It leads directly to the basement storage.
Excellent.
No, but...
Then all you have to do is sneak past the officer outside and move quickly.
No. Listen, no.
You listen! Everything boils down to Cummings right now. You said it yourself. Old files may be the only link we have to finding their last known address aside from the police station. Since that is the last place we want to be right now, this is our only choice. Now cross that street and do what I say. Good. You're almost at the curb. Good. Stop! Wait! Don't move.
Should I crouch or...
Just take a half step back.
Okay.
Now...
I am tired of being a hostage, and I am frustrated, and I am unsure of what to do next. That is why I'm going to sit here on this fucking porch.
Everything all right there, friend?
Seems like you've drawn the attention of a neighbor.
Yes, sorry, just,
He's talking to you from the porch next door.
just was looking for an old family friend. I thought they lived here.
Cummings family, yeah?
Yes.
I'm sorry, friend, they passed on a number of years ago. Terrible thing that happened.
Ask him.
Well, why was that?
Oh, people started wondering where the family went. People called. They ended up heading inside the house, found the missus.
Well, what on earth happened to her?
Oh, it's not proper, but let's just say they found her in the basement, in the freezer.
And the husband?
Now, Mr. Rowland never came back. Assumed he did it. Some say he went up to Canada. Never seemed the type to hurt, though.
The daughter?
Oh, dangerous thing, she showed up a few weeks later. Poor girl, both parents gone. Now, she ended up living with some family.
Where?
Where is she now?
Harper's Hill, small town a few hours north of here.
Thank you very much.
Of course. Were you close?
Very.
You see her, give her my best.
Well, Arthur, still ready to give up?
If we can't find you a new body,
Arthur.
or we can't find a way...
Arthur! Listen to me. There is no sense in worrying about that now. We need to stay focused. Right now we have the Cummings girl. We need to follow up on her and find out what she knows. She clearly has a connection to this case.
That is easy for you to say. I'm losing pieces of myself. My hand is gone. My eyes are gone. I don't know what's next to leave. For all I know, if you take my mind entirely, I'll no longer be able to think. What is our plan here?
I don't know, but Amanda Cummings and what has happened to us is on the back burner. There is something much bigger going on.
What do you mean?
Arthur, something more powerful is at play here.
And we are its pawns.
Yes.
It's clear to me that what is happening to you and me, while important, doesn't have an answer right now. I don't want to waste any more time thinking about the Cummings girl or why this befell me. At least not now. Right now, we need to focus on the task at hand and singularly devote our attention to this problem. Otherwise,
the child will die.
Perhaps not only her.
There's a truck pulling up to the diner. It looks like a man getting out. He's left his engine on.
Why?
He's pulling the case out of the back of his flatbed. It looks like he's delivering something.
Oh, right.
Arthur, his flatbed is empty, and the truck says Crawford Farm, Harper's Hill.
Amanda Cummings lives in Harper's Hill. Kellen.
She came to me. Did you know that?
Who?
She asked for my help.
Why did she do that?
'Cause she knew I heard them too.
The voices?
Yes. Only
Only what?
Only hers weren't like mine.
Kellen,
We had to shut her up. They keep telling me to check on her. But I don't want to.
You don't have to.
You told me to listen. I'm listening.
Arthur, he's reaching down to something by his feet. There's a chain. It's leading off the dock and into the water. He's begun pulling it up.
What?
I don't know, Arthur. The chain is wet and covered in algae. It's fairly long. Wait. He's pulling up something. It looks like a bird cage, but there's something inside.
Huh?
Arthur, he has a human head in the cage.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Waterlogged and thick with rot.
What the fuck? Kellen, what the fuck is going on?
I'm sorry I ignored you for so long.
Arthur, he's talking to it.
What do you need to tell me?
Why were you on the boat? I was escaping someone. Who? The man who was trying to kill me. Where were you going? Harper's Hill. It's... For what? for answers.
Jesus, Arthur, I need more than this. Who are you going to get answers from?
A girl named Amanda Cummings. She... Wait.
Amanda Cummings.
Wait, did I tell you my name?
Thank you, Arthur.
Wait, what?
Sleep well. What happened?
Something was wrong. When I was unconscious, I was in another world, but
Arthur, just relax.
it was like a dream. Everything was real. I could touch it, and I could feel it. We need to find Amanda Cummings. We need to find her as soon as possible. Before someone else does.
Who is looking for her?
Adam, this man, or this thing. I think he was trying to get information from me.
Arthur.
We need to move. God, I feel so...
Arthur.
What?
We've been in a coma for over a month.
When I passed out on the boat, I awoke in a hospital. Not like this one. It was a place for insane people, an asylum.
A dream?
No, I don't think so. There was a man there. I couldn't see him. I can only talk to him through the vent in the wall, but he sort of befriended me. He wanted information.
What information?
He wanted to know why we were coming to Harper's Hill.
This is why you said Amanda Cummings.
Yes. Well, something is very wrong there. The walls, they felt off, and almost like flesh. The door seemed... It was in an odd shape. The guards were otherworldly.
You said we need to find Amanda as soon as possible. Before someone else does?
Yes, this man, if he was a man, this Adam Fry, he seemed to only need me for her name. We need to get...
Arthur, relax. You haven't walked in months.
I know, but we need to move.
Didn't you hear me? They don't know who you are. They're going to want to know when you wake up.
So then we can't stay here. We need to get out and find Amanda before this Adam does.
Arthur.
No, John, Parker is dead back in Arkham. If they find out who I am, it is likely that they will at least take me in for questioning, not to mention everything that happened at Kellen's.
Why do you think this Adam Fry is after Amanda?
I don't know. I just... He seems to have all he needed at her name. Just, I don't know, call it instinct.
All right, well, let's take a second and go over our path that led us here. After all, it's been a month of sitting here for me. Could use a refresher.
Right. Well, it's still fresh in my mind, so...
So, at the bookstore, J.D. Ackerman, the owner, was not there, but we did find an index card for one Roland Cummings that had our address on it, leading us to believe...
That he meant to send our book, to someone else. A man named Roland.
Right. Then we went to the house.
Where we found the symbol in the cavernous basement, in which we found corpses and a ritualistic altar. To you, it looked like a gateway.
When we looked at the newspaper records about the house, we found that 2 girls were seen wandering from the house, and one of them was Amanda Cummings.
Roland's daughter.
A connection too strong to mistake as coincidence.
And the other girl?
We have no idea about. Hopefully Amanda can shed some light on it.
Right. Then...
When we went to the Cummings' last known address, a neighbor told us that she moved up to Harper's Hill.
With some family.
So the neighbor says.
So, Amanda should be able to tell us what happened at the house, which should give us insight into the symbol, where you came from, her father. Really, she is the missing piece of this puzzle.
So, assuming we can get out of here quietly, what's the next step?
We find Amanda.
How?
Well, actually, we might be in the best place for that.
Why?
Well, she's lived in Harper's Hill, at least for a few years now. Possible they would have a record of her here, or even more likely that they would have an address.
Well then, a records room?
Exactly.
So when we find Amanda, what then?
What do you mean?
Do you tell her what's going on, or do you play coy? We both know how bad you are at lying.
Right, well, I suppose we play it by ear. Maybe honesty is the best policy at this point.
Stop.
What?
The break room. All right. A to C, first cabinet on the right. No. No. There, C. Keep going. Cummings, stop. There.
Amanda?
Yes, there. The second one.
This one?
Yes. Ah, yes. The address.
What was she last in for?
Wait.
What?
Arthur. This is an autopsy request.
What?
Arthur. She's dead.
How? When?
Just a few days ago.
Fuck!
Look, we have her
God.
address. Maybe she's left something.
Is she still in the morgue?
Yes.
We should go.
Why?
Because we can find out how she died. Maybe. I don't know.
I suppose since we're in the hospital anyway. Amanda's death.
Couldn't have been an accident.
Do you think that thing, that man you met while dreaming?
I don't know. Yes. Possibly.
Amanda's death.
Couldn't have been an accident.
Do you think that thing, that man you met while dreaming?
I don't know. Yes. Possibly.
There's a set of double doors on your right, down the hall. You'll have to peek in. There are no windows. Looks empty. This is clearly where they store the cadavers. There's a wall of drawers for the bodies.
Do they have...
Names? Yes. Follow the wall. Here, stop. So now what?
I don't know. We came all this way to find Amanda. I suppose we should take a look.
All right.
Well?
You'll have to open it. There's a bag zippered over her face.
Right.
You'll have to open the bag a bit more, Arthur.
Okay.
What the fuck was that?
You heard that too?
Heard. I saw something.
What?
What
do you mean?
You accidentally brushed your knuckles over her skin when you opened the bag.
What?
And when you did, I saw something.
How?
I think maybe the moments leading up to her death. I don't know, Arthur. This isn't...
When I woke up from that world, that dreamland, I felt maybe a bit different, more aware.
That doesn't quite explain what the fuck just happened.
No, it doesn't, but clearly something happened to me, to us. It happened after I woke. So
what? Do not touch her again.
Why? You said that we could see her up to the moment of her death.
Arthur, these are powers beyond our comprehension.
But we have no leads.
We have her house, her diaries, her life. We have plenty of ways to find out more about her.
Or we could touch her and find out exactly how she died.
At what cost?
What do you mean?
Do you think this will leave us unscarred? Arthur, you went to a place while you were in a coma and came back different. Do you not understand that these things carry a heavy toll? Nothing is free. What does seeing this take from us?
I don't know, but if we can see what happened, we need to do it. For Amanda's sake.
For Amanda?
Yes.
Or for your sake, Arthur?
What do you mean?
You feel guilty.
Yes, I suppose so.
Well then, let's get on with it.
Are you ready?
I suppose.
Here we go.
I see Amanda. She's in an apartment, a small bedroom. She's tucking something away. Something. A book. A diary. I don't know, but she's putting it under her mattress. Oh, she's nervously looking at the door. She's walking across the room. There's a man.
What does he look like?
I don't know, Arthur. He has long features, a worn smile, deep lines in his... He's stepping inside. She's frightened. He's reaching out with his hand. His fingers are long and he's... Jesus Christ.
What?
His fingers, they're long and thin, driving themselves into her neck and face, bending into her flesh, forming as one.
What? How?
His hand is sliding into her. It's as if he's devouring her body, absorbing it.
I don't...
Arthur.
What?
He's looking at me. He sees us, Arthur.
How is that possible?
Arthur. Oh, what is that? What is that?
Oh. What the fuck happened?
I don't know, Arthur. It saw me.
How? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know either. I could feel his gaze. Looking through me. Looking through us.
You said it.
I don't know. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't human. He's something else. The way he drove his fingers into Amanda's skin like they were nothing, as if she were made of clay.
Why did all the lights break?
I don't know.
Are there...
Everything's down. The fridge is stopped.
Jesus. Were you her? Were you watching her? Were you looking through her eyes? How did it all look?
It was as if we were watching a scene play out. As if witness to a crime. A third party floating around it. Until his eyes met ours. Arthur, this is bad. It was like stepping through a doorway.
Yes, like my dream was.
Except...
What?
I got the feeling that he couldn't pass through.
Well, that's good.
No, it's not. It's almost as if he wanted us there. As if he wanted us to think he was showing us something.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean?
This didn't feel like we saw something he didn't want us to. It felt like he tricked us.
For what purpose?
I don't know.
You said he couldn't pass through.
No. But he wanted to.
Well, I suppose that's as much as we're going to find out.
Arthur, don't you understand? We fucked up.
How?
That wasn't... He wanted us to touch her. He wanted to see us. He wanted to connect our worlds again.
Why? You said he can't come through. As far as I'm concerned, as long as he's on that side and we're on this side, then we're...
Arthur.
What was that? Where did that come from? Is Amanda still there?
Yes.
He can't come through.
No.
But
maybe other things can. Where are we heading?
up and then out.
Amanda's?
Yes, unless
Unless what?
we don't have a choice. Is it gone?
Yes, I think so.
We need to get out of here.
Yes. Whatever saw us when we touched Amanda's corpse knows we're here, so we need to move.
Where is the way out?
Around the back of the incinerator, I think. So, where to now?
Well, I suppose we should head to Amanda's.
Or
what?
Or we could stop off somewhere and get you a gun. Arthur, we now know that someone or something is hunting us. We need to be prepared.